tell your daddy. I tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama. I tell your daddy. I tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some. But you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one.
All right, Coach, autumn in full swing, and it is decently chilly, but all in all, a pleasant day here at FedEx Field just outside of the District of Columbia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Go. 180! 54 miles. I got one.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Solid. Check 31. What? Bring it to you.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Get ready.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run the counter. Bright. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams would just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Haskins got a man. That's Richie James. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Good trap. Check 24.
On first down, Bright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Second down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Sunday. Here.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go. Back man. Waiting. Switch it. Come on. Sunday. 22 jet bombers.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Sanders. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You got 3 down.
To throw is Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Wentz now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Check 99.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Yeah,
Play action. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
17, Redskins 3.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get in the right room. Flag. Hey, switch gears. Watch the twist. Greystone travel.
This is Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Wentz now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
First down, Philadelphia.
Right here. Here we go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Kill. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Hey, Charlie. You get me?
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. On 2nd down, Bright. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Crunch time, defense. Trump.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Wentz on the give to Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Right, it appeared to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
36.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
We're good.
Wentz going to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He'll have a first down past the 40. James has got it. Complete. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Haskins. He's got Herndon, his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
56. Check 56. 65.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 4th down. Here's Haskins. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throw complete to Herndon. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They're not ready for this. They still running.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On first and 10, it's Haskins. He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it again with Fournette. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Waiting. I got you. Strong right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Ryan Allen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10.
They run the counter. Right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Watch out. Watch out. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double dog. That's the way.
2nd down, Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Still, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Wentz to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check three. Come on.
Now Wentz completes it to Aguilar. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Wentz. Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Benardrick McKinney able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
56 is the mic.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. Herman's got it complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the 29, Haskins. Out right here to Herndon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Right there, 56. He don't know no better.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They go play action now. Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Jordan Reed has it. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Haskins will throw. He hits Herndon over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second down now. Bright. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
59 Mike.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here we go. 120! Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down.
On first, here's Washington. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Right back to Washington. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. Back. 180. Here.
On second down, Washington. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Staying on the ground with Washington. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They'll run on first down. Bright. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Bright. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Kill. Turn up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they bumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,